I just actually get so excited when I hear about all of this and just talking about school. If I start crying anywhere, just ignore it because I get emotional. I'm retired after 39 years, after teaching for 39 years in the Los Angeles school system. Not only in the Los Angeles school system, at the same school for 39 years, a Victoria Avenue Elementary School, which is in Southgate. It's a bilingual school, Spanish-speaking school. When I first started teaching there in 1969, it was maybe maybe at the most one-third Spanish surname. And it was a totally English-speaking school at that time. Then it went to a bilingual school, and then it went back to an English-speaking school. But I would say it is 97% Hispanic community now. I love that community. I love it. See, it's starting already. Anyway, the 5 years that I haven't been teaching in Los Angeles, I was really happy I wasn't teaching because the district got crazy. And I'm really into developmental teaching. I teach preschool. For the last 21 years, I've been teaching preschool. And although I've taught all the grades, mostly I was in preschool, in early education. So I mostly taught first and second grade, and then the last 21 years preschool. So when I retired 5 years ago, I was glad because I was driving back and forth in all this terrible traffic. And I thought, okay, great, it's good. You know, it's good to be retired. I'm 62 years old. I'm going to enjoy being retired. So, and I've been enjoying being retired. My husband's retired. I have a beautiful granddaughter. My husband has grandkids from his marriage. And we've been married for 27 years, so we have our joint family together. And then Charla said she was going to have this school. And I realized I miss teaching. I miss the little kids. Even though I have little kids, you know, I have grandkids. And I was so excited that she had this vision. And I knew I wanted to get back into teaching. Because I not only taught kids, I taught the parents. And I not only taught the parents, I taught the teachers. And it was a real passion. And my husband's been telling me, Kathy, when are you going to do something with all the stuff in your garage? I couldn't give my stuff away. I gave stuff away to special people. But, you know, the stuff that I had for teaching was special. You know, I had 39 years worth of stuff. And a lot of stuff was stuff that I made in those days when you first started teaching. They were, you know, we made our own stuff. And a lot of that stuff, even though it's old stuff, I put my heart and soul into it. And I couldn't quite give it away. So I have half the garage, actually more than half the garage because it's all the way around the edges too, filled with things that had to be for somebody special. And now I have a special place for those things, and that's going to be for the charter school. And so what I'm excited about is I want to be able to be there as a resource for the early education part of this preschool, of this charter school. And I know we're not going to start with preschool, which is so much my passion, but early education is too. So because we want to get the school started, we're going to start with kindergarten. And kindergarten is like preschool. And then eventually we can go ahead and put a preschool in there. But another thing that I loved about the preschool is that we involve the parents. And having the parents involved is fabulous. The parents really want to be involved. Even if they're working, having the parents involved makes such a difference. And there's so many ways that the parents can be involved. especially when the kids are younger. But I say, even if I was teaching the 5th grade, I would want the parents involved. I would have the parents involved. Because the one thing you know for sure is that parents love their kids. They love their kids, and they want to be involved in some way. So, that's why I love teaching. I'm so excited to have the opportunity, and I want to see this come to fruition, see our school come to fruition. So, when I see you sharing about this, my classroom was the size of, this is the size of my classroom, from here to here. And we could only had 15 students at a time. I had 2 classrooms with 15 students in it. It was a teacher's room. And my outside, it looked like a dog run. And in Los Angeles schools, it was like a dog run. You know, it's all black top, no green. I painted grass, and I painted flowers, and I painted murals, and I brought in barrels, and we put trees like that in it, and I had the parents doing all of that, and I had the parents building a sandbox. Because we had a small area, we built a long sandbox, and we brought in our own equipment. We bought a lot of the little Tykes equipment that we had to put into closed-in areas and take out every single day. And the parents, when the parents participate, it makes such a difference. Now, in the area where I was, there were a lot of gang members. Not when I first started teaching there, but pretty soon there were gang members that were coming. And I would actually get the gang members involved. And I will tell you one thing. What happened was they were painting on the walls. I lead the self-expression and leadership program for those of you that know of Landmark Education, and we take on projects. And that was my very first project. When I was in the self-expression and leadership program, we painted murals, beautiful murals with sun, and we actually made them like a transportation unit, ABC units, everything. And we painted them on the walls, and we had tricycle tracks so that we didn't have tricycles and scooters and everything just thrown all over the playground. And the parents were involved in all of that, and we would have they'd send their kids, some of the big kids. Some of the parents were gang members themselves, and how did you know they were gang members? Because they would have their heads shaved, with all kinds of things. But it didn't matter. They would come, and they were the parents. It didn't matter, and they loved their kids, and they would be there, and they would be participating. And you know what? The school would get tagged, but they didn't tag our preschool because they were a part of it, and they didn't tag our preschool. It was amazing. So, anyway, and I would get invited, and I still do get invited to quinceañeras and baptisms. And I'll be the only white lady there. And they'll come. I've got pictures of me with, with all my my former students. And it's really fabulous. So I just anyway, it's just fabulous. I just last year got invited to. I had 2 students that graduated from Stanford University. They went all through on scholarship. Yeah, and they were, their parents had come over here from Mexico, and most of the parents were Spanish speaking. Yeah. And the parents didn't speak any English, and the kids didn't speak any English, and so I had one year and one the next year. And the mother found me and invited me to graduation, to a big party they had, with the mariachis and all. And one year and one the next year. And her boys graduated from Stanford University 1 year apart from each other. And she went to the school and found me because I was her boy's first teacher. Now you can't give me $1 million. Because that's, That's why I love teaching. So anyway, seeing this and talking about green spaces, real grass. Oh my God. And looking at the pictures, you know, with all the space and all, oh, that just excites me. That's what's possible. That's what's possible. So, I had a speech here, but I think that's all I wanted to tell you. So, what we're looking at is we're not looking at a building. You know, we're looking at a space with the future inside. So,
Beautiful.
thank you.